She lifted her glass, beaming like royalty. I'm proud of every one of my friends and family. But not the fellow at our table, my husband. The laughter erupted, boisterous, unkind, infectious. Her companions roared with glee. Even my mother tittered behind her flute of champagne. I remained still, expressionless, amidst the party I hosted, in the house I acquired, surrounded by people I had catered for. No blink, no smile. Instead, I reached into my coat pocket, took out an unopened envelope, and placed it on the cake. It's for you, wife. Happy birthday. Then I stood up and exited through the patio doors, into the chilly night air. I didn't glance behind. I didn't need to. Half a minute later, I heard the shriek. That was the first time in a while I smiled. We encountered each other like characters in a stereotypical film setting, at a coffee shop. She spilled espresso on my papers. She apologized with that captivating, disarming laugh, and I fell head over heels. Rapidly, harshly, foolishly. She had a charm as deadly as poison in wine, delightful initially, lethal later. The initial year was blissful. She made me believe I had acquired something precious. As if I was noticed, desired, selected. I toiled away for 80 hours each week, constructing my IT company, and she remained by my side like a muse, murmuring encouragement, massaging my shoulders, addressing me as her genius. I hastily wedded her before the ink on my initial significant contract had dried. Too quickly, too oblivious. By the second year, the flaws echoed through the walls. Her phone was perpetually face down. Her laughter sharpened. The caresses ceased. When I spoke, she scrolled. I became background noise in my own home. The signals weren't explosive, they were shadows. She began going out more often. Ladies' nights, dinners with her cousin, midnight gym sessions. Her aroma switched to costly cologne, clinging to her like a reproach. One night, I woke up and she wasn't present. She claimed she had fallen asleep at her friend's place following an excess of drinks. I nodded, remained silent. However, that night, I purchased a GPS tracker and discreetly installed it in her car's wheel well. Tiny, quiet, like me. 2 weeks on, I had locations, timestamps, pictures. She wasn't with her relative, but with a realtor, divorced, Mercedes driver beyond his means. Unearthing old messages in our shared iCloud, which she hadn't logged out of, rookie oversight, deepened the knife's cut. He might be pitiful, yet I needed his funds for a while longer. Let's hold off until my birthday. He seems to have something grand planned then. Post that. I'll let him keep the dog as a token and depart. That canine had teeth, she was unaware. Revenge isn't about fury, it burns too swiftly. Revenge is chill. It plots, smiles at the enemy while tightening its noose behind their back. I spent the ensuing month meticulously planning. Silently, I engaged a forensic accountant. Thinking she had control over all our finances, she was mistaken. I'd been channeling profits into a company I'd established before our union, entirely legal and untraceable. After that, I filed for divorce, discreetly, citing infidelity with evidence from photos and text logs. My attorney indicated the judge would find it favorable. She'd depart empty-handed. No alimony, no house, and no share in the company she didn't contribute to building. However, the decisive strike occurred on her birthday. She anticipated a significant gesture. I arranged it. I funded the celebration, hired her favorite caterer, and procured a dress she admired for weeks, placing it on the bed with a handwritten note. Wear this tonight. Intriguingly, she appreciated the gesture, believed I was playing the devoted companion until the end. I wasn't. The envelope on the cake wasn't a card or jewelry. It contained a box of truths. Printed copies of the divorce petition, her pictures with him, timestamps, and locations were inside. There was also a copy of the trust fund I established. For myself. A note read, "By the time you read this, you'll own nothing you didn't earn. Happy birthday." Her scream confirmed which page she had initially opened. I remained in my car, observing the commotion through the window. She dashed outside, barefoot, eyeliner smeared as war markings. "You scoundrel!" she bellowed. I lowered the window. Composed, frosty, devoid of affection. "I ceased being your dupe." Then I departed. Never glanced back. They discuss closure, as if it's a door you lock. It isn't. It's a room you set ablaze so no one else can enter. She forfeited the house, shifted with the estate agent, who discarded her when his profits waned. She attempted to contest the divorce settlement, but the court derided her. I left her exactly what she offered, nothing. Now, I slumber. I respire. I chuckle without pondering who's observing. And each year on her birthday, I dispatch a solitary white envelope. No identity. No return postage. Merely a vacant page. She'll forever speculate its significance. Yet I comprehend. It signifies my victory.